5 years and over 100 grants issued to non-governmental organizations and local communities. Ukraine is one of the 125 countries successfully supported by the Small Grants Programme of the Global Environment Facility implemented by the United Nations Development Programme. It demonstrates that community activities can be well balanced as they address human needs and environmental challenges. The best way to solve global environmental challenges is to involve local communities for their own benefit. In order to do that, communities should be provided with financial and technical resources to support activities aimed at protecting the environment and improving people's livelihoods and quality of life. The Small Grants Programme is a unique instrument which helps fill the gap between activities at the local level and those at the national level. It also creates a link which helps implement national initiatives at the local level and vice versa, by extending regional-level pilot projects nationwide and scaling up successful experience across other regions. Our mission is to bring home to people that there is no such thing as economic growth or alternative consumption models other than those aimed at the preservation of natural ecosystems. Joining the efforts of civil society activists, academics and international organizations around sustainable development goals will open up brand new opportunities for Ukraine. This will provide an opportunity to employ all natural and human resources to help promote this country to a brand new level of development. The Small Grants Programme activities are diverse while being united by a common approach: community action, global impact. The Small Grants Programme has implemented a number of projects to install solar collectors in towns and villages of eastern Ukraine affected by an armed conflict which has forced thousands of people to leave their homes and look for temporary homes. Solar energy collectors have come to the rescue in this difficult situation. They save energy and do not depend on central power supply. This device is installed in a small house in a distant village of Denezhnikove, where a number of internally displaced persons are now living. Volodymyr is one of them. He hopes that the building will turn into a green tourism household once the conflict is over. We are refugees from Lugansk, and my wife Natalia is here at the moment. During the anti-terrorist operation, there were about 8 to 9 people here. With the help of the Small Grants Programme, a system for water heating has been installed, which has turned out to be really useful. We do not have natural gas here, and we used to heat water using electricity or stove heating in winter. Now we use an eco-friendly and cost-effective method of water heating in every respect. Solar vacuum collectors for water heating have been installed at 4 households for domestic use. One collector saves up to 500 kilowatts of energy per month. The owner of the house in Dubova village concludes that this is the only solution for him at the moment. In these difficult times, energy costs a lot. I started to investigate what was new, what Europe had, what Ukraine, capitals and large cities had. I've managed to join the program, for which I'm very grateful. I wouldn't have been able to install a collector at my own expense. I'm fully provided with hot water now. And it's not only me. I think that tourism will come back with time, and it will also be helpful for IDPs. At the same time, the problems of energy saving and climate change are relevant not only for eastern Ukraine but also for other parts of the country. Solar batteries have been installed at a regional hospital in Malin. This has helped save local budget resources, and the savings have been redirected to address major welfare issues. Ivan is a real professional in efficient energy use who has earned a lot of useful experience by cooperating with community projects. His knowledge and experience have helped him be in demand in this area. This is helpful because he is also an IDP from Lugansk region. We are on the roof of the Malin City Hospital, successfully supported by the Small Grants Programme as part of a project to install solar collectors for water heating. We can see the vacuum pipes. Due to the dual vacuum pipes, it can operate in winter, almost at any temperature. The inner pipe is coated in what is known as highly selective coating, which selects warm rays and turns them into heat. Annually, we can get 75% of the required hot water thanks to solar energy. Considering the cost of the whole system, it will pay off within the next 5 to 7 years. In Zhytomyr region, local activists have implemented a project entitled Solar Energy as a Common Benefit for the Environment and Livelihood. The project involved the communities of Ursha and Veprin villages of Radomysl district. As a result, they produced 12 solar fruit and vegetable dryers. These were distributed among the participating households and local schools. Thanks to this technology, farmers dry fruit, vegetables and herbs in an eco-friendly solar oven. Helena has dried apples outdoors all her life, but dust and insects have affected the quality of dried fruit. Now the elderly lady does not have to worry about any of this. The project reached out to housewives, unemployed individuals and local farmers, among others. They dry vegetables and fruit to cook borscht and soups. They also use dry herbs and flowers for bride bouquets placed traditionally in homes to ward off evil spirits. Svetlana is now convinced that this drying technology preserves not only the natural color of the flowers, but also the vitamins and nutrients in vegetables and fruit. I have great memories of the project and I appreciate it as a great learning experience. I realized I could run a business and get small help. I started to dry all herbs separately and combine them into bouquets. Nature itself shows us, and scientists explain, how we can use a dryer without electricity, without anything. The jobless rate among women in this region used to reach as high as 20 candidates per job. Now, most of them are employed in green tourism and make their living this way. Ukraine's nature is very rich, with more than 25,000 species of plants and fungi and 45,000 animal species. However, nature has been changed by human activity in recent decades. Therefore, a lot of plants, animals and ecosystems badly need protection and conservation. Oski is a remote village in Rivne region with a very slow pace of life. It is surrounded by large forests and unique nature, which require protection. The number of animals and plants has dropped significantly, alerting ecologists to the state of this area. The local community and forest workers have been actively tackling the problem by installing 12 feeders for wild animals. They are currently successfully working on recovering the population of rare and endangered species. We have purchased 15 tons of corn, 3,100 grain sheaves and made 3,500 wooden brooms. The population of elks has grown by 8 animals, roe deer by 10 and boars by 4. The population of hares has also grown. In wintertime, animals can hardly find any food, so it is extremely important to provide them with feeding. Activists have also installed salt licks next to the feeders to maintain sodium balance in animals' bodies. In addition, 3 arboretums have been established in Oski and neighboring villages. Rare plant species have been planted there, including the downy willow, the black birch and the small cranberry. Local school children have their biology and natural science lessons in the arboretums, and the school teacher is glad to have this opportunity. We visit the arboretum often to teach children to look after the trees, learn about their qualities, get to know which trees have been imported, and how they grow and breed in our area. And as a biology teacher, I'm really pleased to incorporate this in my biology lessons, which is very helpful. This is the local community of the town of Sami. They successfully combine a healthy lifestyle and thorough knowledge of the nature of their native land. In order to do this, they have created a number of bicycle routes. We wanted to create bicycle paths. We have established 2 routes. Every station has a description of plants and animals you can encounter. This is an educational route which helps observe the unexplored areas of Ukrainian forest steppe and encourage people to preserve, respect and cherish its beauty. The first route is 29 kilometers long and the second one is 33.5 kilometers long. These routes were exciting as we got to know the nature of our land better. I really liked the route. It was funny and exciting. We got really tired, but it was interesting. We came back in a good mood and with great impressions. The weekend and Sluch River floodplain bicycle routes are attractive both for young and older people. The community has developed route maps and installed benches and tables in recreational areas. Also, stands with maps and route passports have been developed and installed. Local experts explain that more than 6.5 tons of CO2 emissions per year has been reduced due to the conversion to non-motorized transport. Bicycle routes are located in the heart of a protected area, which is a real paradise for bird lovers. It also promotes bird watching. This is a state ornithological protected area, created to preserve bird species. There are swans here, ducks, and among rare birds, ospreys, cranes, and common golden-eye. This is a great area to preserve the fauna and demonstrate that bird watching is very popular in Europe.
Так як в Європі досить зараз популярно є birdwatcherський напрямок, тобто людей, які спостерігають за птахами, не обов'язково займаючись наукою, а так для того, щоб для свого пізнання, відпочинку, ну і збагачення себе знаннями.
Lugansk region is rich in places of amazing beauty. One of them is the Saint Mountains National Park. Next to the reserve is Kremenski Forest, from which timber was once sourced for shipbuilding in times of Peter I of Russia. Unfortunately, the unique nature of the area is being destroyed by harmful human activity. This unique natural habitat can be made into a national park, and preparations for this have been started.
Враховуючи надзвичайно велике антропогенне навантаження,
taking into account the human impact on the environment and lack of proper rest areas in this region, we have proposed to create national parks rather than biosphere or nature reserves.
національного парку, а не біосферного заповіднику і не природного. Чому?
Why? The thing is that a national park, due to its recreational role, will create many new jobs in the local community and contribute to the development of the local economy.
Кількістю робочих місць, а також розвитку місцевої економіки, яка не йде прямо через національний парк. Це прийом туристів.
This includes tourism, services, commerce, hotels and transport.
І так далі.
This idea is a great solution for this region.
Надзвичайно добре підходить для цього регіону.
The project has delivered a public education campaign for the community of Kremenski district. Also, documents to support the establishment of the Kremenski Forest National Park have been developed and submitted to the Ministry of Ecology and Natural Resources of Ukraine and the Presidential Administration for approval. First thing, once out of bed, clean up your planet. This famous quote by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry comes true when you keep your backyard, your street and your town clean. A non-governmental organization, Ecological Technologies, is implementing an innovative project to collect and recycle solid household waste in Zhytomyr region. As part of the project, the local community is receiving practical knowledge in recycling raw materials and their further use. What do? We recycle waste. All waste. This includes paper waste, polyethylene, bottles and cans.
Бутилка, петбутилка, каністри, ну і ще деякі види вторсировини. Значить, у місяць заготовляємо близько 150
We process 150 tons of paper waste, 11 to 12 tons of bottles and up to 20 tons of cans every month.
І десь близько 20 тонн у місяць каністри. Тут була пророблена деяка робота. А це і спочатку було закуплено прес.
We have purchased a loader and equipment to press recycled materials.
Дуже багато вторсировини переробляється.
Everything is recycled.
Макулатура.
Paper waste becomes paper. All plastic and polyethylene products are purchased by entrepreneurs who later manufacture products from those recycled materials.
І з цього матеріалу роблять вторинну продукцію.
The benefits of the recycling facility include stable jobs and decent income for local residents. Mikhail, just as many other local entrepreneurs, believes that another advantage of this initiative is the involvement of all local residents in waste collection. Due to the project, the quantity of bottles, cans, paper and other waste has significantly dropped. A considerable part of Ukraine's forested steppe remains contaminated with radionuclides after the Chernobyl disaster. The unique natural conditions of the region encourage the migration of pollutants. Therefore, local residents are forced to graze cattle on the pastures which are not suitable for use. One of the objectives of the project Ecological Life is to implement the technology of managed pastures to combat land degradation and restore cost-effective cattle breeding. Natalia Tsuman is a co-author of the methodology, using her academic achievements for the benefit of local communities. Together with her colleagues, she has developed a variety of herb mixtures which do not accumulate radionuclides and resist negative natural conditions.
За біологічними властивостями ці трави мають такі радіопротектори.
These herbs are radioprotective, as they accumulate small amounts of radionuclides. It is important for the communities to get clean milk. When we add a drip irrigation system, even fewer radionuclides are accumulated in the grass.
То накопичення радіонуклідів ще менше. Це дуже енергозберігаючий ресурс.
This is a very energy efficient and cost-effective technology in terms of water
Має
use.
дуже високу економічну ефективність.
This methodology helps increase cattle stock, expand the use of hayfields and improve the quality of feed while decreasing loss of cattle. Each community can use the already developed herb mixtures and sow their own fields with herbs best suited to them. It is good for the cattle and useful for you. In Lysychansk, school children are just like other children. They are noisy and active. There are more than 200 children in the school. It also has teachers, cooks and nurses. This facility is not heated by district heating, just as the majority of such buildings. Rather, it is heated by coal. The boilers, used previously, are probably remembered only by the grandmothers and grandfathers of today's school children. However, everything changed after the headmaster and the local NGOs initiated a grant project. Our school is the only one in Lysychansk district to be heated by coal. This is good, as the school is now warm and cozy. Replacement of the boiler was an urgent issue. New and modern modular boilers have been installed. All the parents and children know that, and they are thankful to the contributing NGOs for their help in buying and installing these boilers. There are regulation systems installed in the boilers with electronic thermostats that respond to temperature changes. The benefit of such boilers is their eco-friendliness. They do not emit toxic substances into the air, and CO2 emissions have been reduced by almost 370 tons per year. Moreover, they are cost-effective, as the school saves more than 15,000 hryvnias during the heating season. Also, with support from the Small Grants Programme, sewage treatment systems have been installed at the school. This will help create an effective way of soil rehabilitation, decrease household waste, and improve sanitary conditions for the school children. The project has also helped reduce pollution levels on this land plot of 18,000 square meters. The school was not connected to district sewage, and all the sewage waters used to go into a cesspit. We have installed a Kub 1 treatment system. From now on, school sewage waters are treated by this system. As a result, we receive clean service water. Even small grants can help local communities implement projects to significantly improve their livelihoods and the environment.
Я хотів би відзначити високу ефективність програми малих грантів.
I would like to commend the effectiveness of the Small Grants Programme. It improves comfort in the places where it is implemented, and this is done without harm to human health. It helps people live in harmony with nature.
This is a perfect example of think global, act local. You've got 125 countries around the world involved with the Small Grants Program, but it's all about communities, individual communities, especially the idea of communities mobilizing themselves, talking amongst themselves, organizing themselves, and setting priorities. Once those priorities are set, the program, the Small Grants Program, helps them to make it real through combinations of in-kind, in cash, and village participation. It's truly inspirational. It's people saying, we had given up hope, now we realize that we are our own hope. We make things happen, and if the project can help them achieve those kinds of dreams, it's just a real joy to see.